Hello, welcome to my 12th video titled The Forgotten Story of Ancient Indian Mathematicians. Do you know the inventor of zero is an Indian mathematician Aryabhatta, who was born many years ago, about 1500 years ago, in the Gupta dynasty, which is the golden period of Indian history. Now, if I take you back to Patliputra, the modern day Patna, which is the capital of Bihar, Aryabhatta was born in Patliputra and about 476 current year. The most important work of Aryabhatta is the Aryabhatti, which is a treatise on astronomy, astrophysics, and mathematics. Now, mathematics is a subject I always loved in my school days, and I must mention and I must dedicate this video to the best maths teacher I had in school, Kawasa. He was a magician when it came to numbers. Now, the second work of Aryabhatta is called the Arya Siddhanta, which talks about mathematical concepts used in astronomical calculations. Unfortunately, Arya Siddhanta is lost to time, except for a few mentioned here and there by Indian mathematicians of those days. The next important work of his is called the Al-Naml, which is also lost and forgotten, but few Persian mathematicians have made reference to the same. Fortunately, we are very fortunate to have the Aryabhatti, all 121 slokas intact, the way it is preserved, the way it was written about 1500 years back. Now, if I have told you in my previous videos that India has a very powerful linguistic tradition with Sanskritam, a language which is capable of condensing big, huge amount of information in a few words. And Aryabhatti is one such example of that. Can you believe it? It has only 121 slokas, and if you print the entire work, which consists of only 2 or 3 pages. But these slokas are a wealth of information. Aryabhatti has 4 different chapters. The first chapter talks of Ganitapada. It talks about discoveries of the planetary and time computations. The first chapter is the Gitika Pada. The second chapter is the Ganita Pada, which talks about inventions about mathematics for astrophysical calculations. The first 2 chapters form the basis or the fundamentals for the next calculations, for astronomical calculations. Can you believe he wrote this long time back when there were no satellites or rockets, the modern day computers which help us to determine the planetary motions, their positions, their distance from the planet, their orbitary positions, and so on. Now, the third chapter is a Kalakriya Pada, which talks about discoveries about planetary positions and motions. The fourth chapter and the last chapter is a Golapada, which talks about inventions in geometric and trigonometric concepts. In chapter 1, that is Gitika, the very fundamentals of mathematics described here, like methods of writing numbers and units of measurement of time, calculation of the Earth's rotation around the sun, and basically these are the fundamentals of mathematics. The second chapter is a Ganita Pada. In this chapter, Aryabhatta talks about geometric principles, measurements of the areas of 2 and 3 dimensional figures. He also talks about arithmetic progression, sum of a series of numbers, a square, sum of the square of the series of such numbers. Now, this chapter also talks about indeterminate equations dealing with unknown quantities, that is, which forms the basis or the fundamentals of algebra. In the third chapter, that Kalakriya Pada, Aryabhatta talks about the measurement of time determination of planetary positions and determining the days of the week. In this chapter, he talks about the velocity of planets, and he already had discovered that planets have different velocities at different times during their rotation. And Aryabhatta, in fact, was the first person to give us the formula speed is equal to distance upon time, the formula which forms the basis of the fundamentals of physics that we know today. Now, in the last and the fourth chapter, that is in the Golapada, it deals with trigonometric principles, the motions of planets, and geospatial computations of time, location, and a lot more. Now, one important point to note here, that trigonometry has its root in astronomy. The reason why the entire science of trigonometry originated is to compute the angles of observation of planets by staying on the planet Earth. Now, I will touch upon certain important concepts as given by Aryabhatta, like the system of assigning numbers to alphabets. Like in encryption, he assigned all the vowels with a base 10 and the consonants, he grouped them into families and gave them a number. To understand this, let us open the Excel sheet of the computer we are familiar with. Now, if you open your Excel sheet, you will see the last Excel sheet has the name XFD, that is, which represents actually the 16,384th column, the maximum number of columns we can have in MS Excel. The columns in the Excel sheet is a 26 base system like the English alphabet. Like I said before in my previous videos, that Sanskritam is the most scientific language on this planet Earth known to mankind, and let me illustrate this. That Madhava of Sangamagma invented the method to calculate the value of pi to infinite digits. He was the first mathematician to do this, and he lived in India between 1340 to 1425. Now, pi is a transcendental number, and its value pi is equal to 3.1416, but which is only an approximate value, and Aryabhatta was the first person who confirmed this in his 10th slokam in Ganitapada. The classification of time as given by our Puranas, which existed thousands and thousands of years ago, the topmost measurement of time according to our Puranas is called the Kalpa, that is 1 day in the life of Brahma, the creator in Hindu religion. Now, it is said that 1 unit of Kalpa in Brahma's life is equal to 14 Mahavantaras, or the sub-units of time. We are now in the Vyavastha Mahamantra. Each Mahamantra has 72 units of time, which are called yugas and which we are familiar with. There are 4 yugas: the Kruta Yuga, the Treta Yuga, the Dwapara Yuga, and the Kali Yuga. Now, we are currently in the Kali Yuga. Now, these yugas repeat for 18 number of times. So, 18 into 4, which is 72 yugas, make 1 Mahavantara. Now, each yuga has millions of years, and currently we are now in the Kali Yuga, which has about 432,000 years. The most important contribution of Aryabhatta was that he gave us the concept of zero and the place value system. And he used the base 10 to explain the base place value. The concept of place value is very important. Like number 1 by itself, if we place it in the first unit, that is at 0 unit, it takes a value 1. If we place it in 10 units, it takes a value 10. If it place it in 100 place unit, it takes a value of 100. And if we place it at 1000 place value, it takes a value of 1000. If we place it in 1 million place value, it takes a value of 1 million. Now, as 1 is just a number, and the number value system has eased up arithmetic operations drastically and is a foundation for mathematics as we know today. Now, before I end here, you would like to ask me, what is the connection between art and mathematics, and what has mathematics got to do with an artist like me? Now, let me tell you, mathematics is all about patterns, shapes and patterns that we find in universe, in our own body, in the structure of our lungs, in the trees or the leaves that we find in nature, in a spider web if you have observed it carefully, and in the fan of a peacock when it dances its glee during the monsoon season. Mathematics has rightly been described as a science of patterns, and artists like me delight in such patterns in our creations. Now, I will tell you more about patterns and why I love to draw mandalas in my next video. Till then, have a nice day, stay safe, and if you like my video, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.